My mum's going to be there, which is kind of like a mission impossible. A speech about.
I'm pretty realistic about myself.
I was going to ask you to leave for 10 minutes, but if you can hang on. Don't need less of me.
Less of you.
That was my first concern, actually. The second concern was giving a speech on John Ramsey's birthday.
Well, you're not. That's tomorrow.
John's the man that gives the speeches, and if it's just me supposed to say to you, "Here's the floor, John. Now's your moment." I'll put this online somewhere a bit later. No? Stay up. Okay, my final concern when you asked me a few weeks ago to give a speech was it's a bit strange to give a speech on a birthday as opposed to a wedding, for example, when you've got something to celebrate. I'm sure Louise thought there might be been a few wedding speeches by now, but we'll have a conversation.
That's not it.
It's true though. What exactly are we celebrating?
Getting old.
Not being as old as you, Larry.
What are we celebrating? We're basically celebrating mere existence, which in your case, John, is actually fairly remarkable.
That's as far as the notes go.
Growing up near the dark, feral, lawless streets of Bromley,
Excuse me.
poor John feared for his life on a frequent basis and would count every precious day on earth when he escaped back to the walled compound in Chislehurst. Another day without being killed. Then he moved to Winchester, where learning to put another boy's trousers down before you can pull your trousers down was a matter of life and death. Life got no easier when he moved to terrifying Kennington. Just the other week, John, despite being crippled, having won a marathon, two half marathons, John managed to outpace two hoodies who were baying for his blood. When John told us the next day that he'd almost been mugged, it reminded me of the moment when Jeff, our absent friend Jeff,
He's at dinner somewhere. He's eating something.
He reminded me when Jeff told me he'd almost asked the dog-faced barmaid. Similarly, John almost fell from the scaffolding in Oxford when he was climbing. He very nearly got arrested. John almost died when I batted a cricket ball back at him on cricket tour. And just last Saturday in Edinburgh, John was almost beaten up by an enormous French rugby player.
Yes, that's it all.
So it is amazing, John, that you're sitting here with us today. Not only has John survived, just about, he's also prospered in some areas of life. John the linguist. John's approach when visiting another country is this. Even if he doesn't understand the language, there's absolutely no reason not to speak it. His fear of failure is far outweighed than his fear of just a few moments silence. And of course you realised very early on, John, that the word for cheers could get you quickly into a party and out of a tight spot. John is very good at French, as far as I can tell. I actually am very impressed when I hear you chatting away to your French friends. It sounds so natural. And I remember asking Louise once if you're any more charming in French than you are in English. And I don't remember the answer, but there was a considered pause before Louise gave it. John the Joker. You are one of morale. You are one of life's morale boosters, John. Your approach to comedy is to get really, really drunk and say whatever comes into your mind. much like your idol, Tommy Cooper, who's been in touch and said he'd like you to have this.
Oh no, what's this?
He said he could wear it for the rest of the evening.
Just like that.
What a glass.
Have you seen one of these? Just like one of these. Come on, you got me a fez.
I can't believe you kicked him in the soil.
John the Joker is often one and the same as John the Sportsman. Watching him saunter onto the cricket pitch with his trousers falling down. Or witnessing him flail around on the football pitch, getting increasingly upset with Jeff, our absent friend Jeff. Are sights that will cheer up any man. Sadly, John's efforts on the pitch increase just as his talents decrease. But that's what happens when you get old, John. Sorry, I've given up entirely. And you'll always have those glory days in 4th year St. Cat's to look back on. You almost won the cricket competition. And you didn't have to play football with Jeff, our absent friend. A few X-rated bits here, I'll skip over here. I think I've left by now. John, in short, is always keeping us entertained, either intentionally strumming his guitar for the ladies at St. Cat's during a fire drill, or disturbing the peace at some pleasant piano bar with a raucous musician and must sang. Always entertaining us unintentionally in many of the ways I mentioned above. So I'll finish by stealing one of John's gags, or one of Tommy Cooper's, I can't remember.